Hey everyone, and welcome back to FSI DFS. I am McKinley412, and today we're going to be breaking down the Saturday late slate on Draftkings. It's a 6-game slate. There was an earlier, larger 7-game slate in the afternoon, and we have a separate video for that. So if you're watching this beforehand, make sure to slide on over to that one. But for now, we're just focusing on the 6-game late slate starting at 7:05 Eastern. No weather concerns that we have to be worried about at the moment, which is fantastic. Half the games are being played in a dome. And you got another one in Southern California, one in Florida, and one in Seattle, but that doesn't seem to have any rain concerns either. Looking at pitcher, right up at the top, we got Brandon Woodruff. He's had a phenomenal start to the season. He has the highest K percentage of any pitcher on this slate so far this year. However, he is going against the LA Dodgers bats, who are quite scary or can be scary. However, the past 2 games against Milwaukee, they have only put up 1 run in each game. So the bats have cooled off in LA. So Woodruff, I think, makes a fine play here. Only thing I would be concerned about is his price tag at 10.1K. That's a lot, especially going against the Dodgers bats and what they're capable of doing. So point per dollar wise, there is a slight concern there, but I think you should feel safe plugging him in for your starting pitcher there. Dustin May, he's had the strikeouts so far this season. He's pitched 4 games, had 10, 8, 6, and 8 strikeouts on each of those games. He's on the opposite side of this game, going against Milwaukee. I don't think he's my favorite point per dollar play here. And I think there's far better plays for cash than May. Oddly enough, if you look at his Vegas strikeout total for this game, it's sitting at 4.5. So I don't know why it's that low. Milwaukee can strike out a lot, but Vegas knows way more than I do. So I'm going to kind of trust them and trust their numbers on where they're putting it at. So at 4.5 over under strikeout total and a near 10K price tag, I want somebody that's going to give me more strikeouts. And you'll see there's a couple better plays underneath him. Snell, going up against a sneaky, sneaky. Nobody really expected them to be this good, the San Francisco squad. My only concern with Snell is earlier in the season, right after his first start, he got pulled after 4.2 innings. He was doing phenomenal, 8 Ks, no earned runs, and they pulled him. And then it came out that they're going to ease him into the season, ease him into his workload. So he hasn't reached past the 5.1 inning mark here. So who knows how long he's going to be allowed to go. And at 9.5K, you're getting to that point where I need you to be pitching at least 6 innings or more. So he's clearly a top option on the slate just because of his strikeout percentage. I think him and Woodruff are maybe like a 0.1% difference. He's clearly a top strikeout pitcher in the league on this slate. But just because of the innings limit with him, it does cause some concern. Gallen and Rodriguez, I think they're both phenomenal options here, and they're probably who I'm going to be focusing as like an SP2, or maybe I just plug them both into my line here. Gallen's going against Colorado, who's the worst offensive road team in the majors so far this season. His Vegas strikeout total is approaching 7 over under. So 2.5 higher strikeouts than May. He's facing a weaker offense who strikes out more, and you get a $1,000 salary discount compared to May. So I don't see how you can go up to Dustin May compared to Gallen. Erod, same thing. He's going up against Texas, who's a top 5 strikeout team. Erod can post the strikeouts. He can go deep into games, as we've seen here. And he's a solid play. So he's got that win upside as well. Again, it's just a far better play than I think May is in this situation, given the matchups and given the salary. Below that, nobody I'm really too interested in on. You can maybe make a case for Canning going against Seattle. But everybody else is pretty ugly. You're facing some elite offenses, or you're just in parks that are allowing the second, third most home runs in the entire league at the moment. So I'm kind of off the pitchers in this Atlanta-Toronto game. Gomber going against Arizona. I think Arizona might be like the second best offense run production wise in the league right now. So they've been flying. No interest in him. Yeah, nobody else. So I'm going to be kind of sticking near the top for pitcher in the slate, and I recommend you guys do as well. Woodruff, Gallen, Rodriguez, probably the top three. Snell, he's right there. I'm just concerned about how deep they're going to let him go into the game. He might be having a phenomenal game and then get pulled in the fourth, fifth inning, which they've done. And then Dustin May, the Vegas. I guess that's my main concern is the Vegas over under being so low, and just they know so much more than we do. So that's my concern there. So let's turn to the bats real quick. Boston is going to be my top option here. Going up against Jordan Lyles for Texas here. Lyles has a serious home run issue here. He's allowed a home run, at least one, in every single game that he's pitched, sometimes two. And when he's only going 2 innings, 4 innings, and he's allowing hit totals in the double digits and 3+ earned runs in every single game to go along with the home runs, he doesn't strike anybody out. He's got I think maybe one of the lowest strikeout percentages of the pitchers on this slate. I think Boston is absolutely going to smash him. They have the 3rd highest implied run total on this slate. It might be the park, who knows? But I think they're clearly the top option for bats this slate, and I'm going to be targeting them heavily. Atlanta, Toronto, I think you can make a great case for both of them in cash. Toronto's throwing out an opener and a long reliever in Bergen and Milone. No interest in either of them. They're both terrible. I mean, 4K. If you're paying 4K for a pitcher to get you 3, maybe 4 innings, I mean, I think it's a fine GPP dart in like a large field, but they're just not good pitchers to start with. So when you can kind of see Milone, he's getting those 2, 3 innings. I mean, right here against LA, he put up 18, but 6, 7 points, can't be asking too much more. I like to hit at least 2.5 times value on my pitchers. So do you think at 4K, Malone's going to get you 10 points? Maybe. Bergen? Probably not. But yeah, they are playing in that Florida park down in Dunedin, and it's allowing home runs like crazy. We were high on Toronto last night, and you saw the outbursts that they put together. So I like both sides of this this matchup. And the last team that I'm going to be targeting here is Arizona. Arizona is going up against Colorado. They have one of the best home offenses in the entire league. They have just one of the best offenses run-wise in the entire league. How? I'm not entirely sure. They haven't had Marte here for quite some time. Yeah, he hasn't played since the 7th of April. But the guys that have come in, the young guys, they have been doing phenomenal. So Arizona is going up against Gomber for Colorado, who, yes, he does pitch in Coors, but his Coors number was pretty good. He put up 23 at home against Houston. Didn't do too well against the Dodgers there, but I think that Arizona offense is way better than people realize. Maybe it might catch some people off guard that their offense is so strong this year. I know it's catching me off guard, but then the stats don't lie. And that's why I love the numbers and the stats there. So Boston's my number 1 offense. Atlanta, Toronto, I think you can easily play any of those bats there. They're going to be great. And then Arizona. Pitching wise, Woodruff, Gallen, Rodriguez, probably the top 3. Snell, I have concern with how long he's going to go into the game. And May, there's just better point per dollar plays on the slate here. So as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Give us a comment, what you like, what you don't like. We appreciate the feedback that you guys have been giving us. Hop onto our Discord. We have a bunch of free rooms. The MLB room is premium, but it's very affordable. So hope to see you guys there, and good luck in your contest tonight.